Hi, family. Today I want to tell you a little story of how I became very serious in my beliefs, in my religion, and why I became so seriously believing in God. I always believed in God, but when we are youngster, we don't understand what the power of God, the thing He is doing in our life, we don't understand it because we are too young, too foolish. We don't take responsibility. We are only thinking about the wildlife that we want to have. So, I, I'm a normal person. I never had a very special life, even though I've been living alone for 5 years here in Uganda. I'm Eritrean, but I've been studying in Uganda for over 5 years. I was not only studying at the beginning. I was studying later on. I stopped studying because the wildlife, the naughty by nature life, beat me. It made me responsible. It made me not focus on my studies. It only made me think about the wildlife, going out, being high, drinking, chasing girls. I'm not gonna lie to you, I wasn't not deeply into girls. I never wanted a long-term relationship, but at that time, I only wanted this, short-time relationships like one night stand or friends with benefits. I was only chasing prostitutes, nothing else. So I was only deep. I was very deep in that life. I was doing everything that what a youngster does. I never took anything serious. I never used my chances serious. A lot of people came to Uganda. They studied they graduated. They ended up becoming what they wanted from the beginning. But me leaving my country when I was 16 years old, I never had the experience of that life. So the reason why I became serious in my belief is that once I remember I was going to church on a Buddha. Buddha means motorcycle. I was going on that. We use motorcycle in Uganda because the jam is too bad. The traffic is very heavy. A lot of jams. Well, if you are using a car, you may end up stuck and jam for a long time. So it is better to use the motorcycle instead of a car. So when I was on the motorcycle, we were going straight, and we were using our right lane. We were supposed to use our right lane, but I don't know what happened. The Buddha guy, all of a sudden, he shifted to the left lane, and immediately there was a car in front of us, a Prado, big car Prado. It came straight toward us, and the biker had to do something. He ended up turning to the left side, but that only helped him save his own life, because when he turned the bike onto the left side, he popped out to the edge of the car, but I remained in the middle, so my leg got stuck between the motorbike and the car. It was broken into two. So the Ugandan people are very nice people. They lifted me after the road. They placed me outside the road and the curd, and the guy who had an accident with us, the car owner, took us from there to hospital, nearby hospital. It was they had a very pro doctor. The doctors were very experienced, very well talented people, very well educated. They ended up doing a very great job. The same day my leg got broken, they took me to the operation room. They attached the needle inside my leg. So once they did that, they took me to once I finished my operation, they did everything they had to do. They took me to my room. So I stayed there for 3 days, and that was when I was hurt like that. I know I cannot drink alcohol or do anything that is intoxicating. So me being left to my thoughts, I kept thinking about my life. Those 3 days were a nightmare. I started thinking about how was I running my life, what kind of life I was living. I started to understood that I was going the wrong way. I never had responsible. I knew that I had to be responsible. I kept thinking, and when I was discharged from the hospital, I went back home. I was living alone. I had a roommate, but my roommate ended up traveling, so I remained alone. My friends betrayed me. Even though some of them came, but they didn't do what they were supposed to do. They were supposed to be right at my side all the time, the way I used to be. Whenever they asked me for any favor, I was the first one to go there, but ended up betraying me. So God showed me that respecting strangers over your family, or favoring strangers over your family, only ended in a regret, very painful regret. I ended up, because when I was in the youngster, I trusted the wrong people. They filled my head with negative thoughts. They made me not respect my family. I had a lot of problem with my family. My family did everything good for me, but I never understood what they do for me. So God made me think about that. The car accident that happened to me was made me think about it. It made me stay away from the wildlife, to be serious about my life. So I've been thinking. The stress almost killed me. But you know what I did? I went to the church. We have three Orthodox church. One is Ethiopian, two are Eritrean. Oh, they are all the same. So I went to the Ethiopian. It was near to me. You know how I went? I went to the hospital, to the church, on a motorbike again. I was fearless when you are young, so you're fearless because life experience. When you are young, you don't care about anything because you're not responsible. Once you get old, that's when you start to fear, not fear, but you start to taking care of everything around you, over analyzing everything. But when you are young, so you don't think deeply, feel like you are strong. So I went on a bike. I stayed in the church for a long time. I did that every day because I was left alone. None of my old friends came to me. They all acted like they are strangers to me. They all give me like one time call. Some call, they only call me. They send message, or they come like once in a month. That's not what I was expecting. But ever, God showed me that family comes first. And second of all, when I understood that, I immediately asked for forgiveness for my family. I went back to my country. I worked there. And at this moment, when I'm sitting thinking, all the things I've been through in my life shaped me into the person that I am right now. I'm not saying that I am a very successful person. I have money, or I don't have. I'm working right now with my brother as a manager for his wholesale shop, liquor shop. We have also a manager. Thank God. If I never went through all those rough experience I had, all the accident or the wildlife, all the trouble with my family, I wouldn't be who I am right now. I wouldn't understand the value of a family if I never neglected my family. Because I neglected my family, I understood what is it to be to have family. Because my sister, even though I said a lot of negative bad things to her, she left her job in Dubai. She came to me the next day. I had an accident. Imagine. But those are this is one of the main reasons that I became serious in my beliefs. This is part one. I will upload the part two in Sunday or Monday. Stay tuned.